Good morning, everyone. May I greet you a pleasant good morning greeting from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. My digital office is open. The time is 9:30 in the morning. Today is Saturday, November 30. Now we are about to end 2019. The reason why I'm live, I have to educate those buyers looking to buy gold in Bamako, Mali, on how you're going to secure gold in Mali. Mali is the third largest gold producer in West Africa. There are 200,000 local miners digging gold because 10% of the population in Mali, they are in gold business. My seller is real seller. Zahir Muhammad, good morning. Thank you for watching. This video is for Mali on how the buyer able to secure. Now the procedure that you are looking for exactly the same whether you buy gold in Mali, Conakry, Sierra Leone. Now this is for Mali. Mr. Buyer, I just finished talking to you one of your 4 brokers. They come to me, they were running around and chasing. What happened, they landed to Wilhelmina because I'm the only person who put everything on social media, on YouTube and Facebook. Now in Mali, there are 3 refineries. KMR is an Italian group of company. They are in Mali. The refinery is huge, 500 meters away from International Airport. That is Italian group of company. They were given a tax incentive by the government because they are creating employment. So they are buying and selling as well gold. And also they are refining from Duribar to 99.99 and deliver it to Italy because their customers is the bank. And you are a small trader. You open an account to a refinery and KMR, that is fine. Java, good morning. Thank you for watching. Now, Marena. Junior Fernandez, thank you for watching. Marena is a foreign company, partner with Chinese and local. Then DNGM, owned by the government. So may I emphasize that there is already a buyer in Mali. He's looking for 1,000 kilograms of gold and he cannot get the gold. Why? The local seller or the local miner refused to deal with the person that he's going to use KMR. I just finished talking to my seller before I went to bed. My seller explained to me the reason why the local miner doesn't deal KMR. It is a private, it is a competition of business. Be prepared to deal DNGM. Hi, Bob, Mar. Thank you for watching. How are you? I'm fine, Bob. So this video, Bob, is for Mali because I have talking to 4 brokers and they are begging me to get to entertain their buyer. They're already in Mali. He's looking for 1,000 kilos. I said to these 4 brokers, we do have gold, but how your buyer able to pay? Now, Mr. Buyer, if you're watching me, I'm willing to help you. I am, because we are here to do business. But this is the secret that you can get the gold in Mali. Place your order. Your brokers are scared to reveal who you are. And they send me a blank contract. I turn it down. Why? You as the buyer, you need to introduce yourself because you're buying $43 million worth of 1,000 kilos of gold. That is 1 ton. So you need to introduce yourself. You've been floating around from broker to broker, and this broker, they're scared. Just a moment, Bob, I'm going to explain. Then they are scared to reveal their buyer. Now, our selling price is $43,000. Right, tax inclusive, you are not going to pay taxes. However, you are going to pay shipping cost and insurance. Now, let me explain thoroughly because I'm going out. I have an appointment. Now, Mr. Buyer, as I've said to you, there are 3 refineries in Mali. DNGM, which is run by the government. Marena is a private. And KMR. I know KMR because I called KMR. I know the director. He's a very good guy. And he explained to me before they're going to receive the gold from the local seller, they wanted to know who is the seller. And they wanted to know that the seller has to provide mining license and export license and ownership. And I asked this director why. Because most of the gold is coming from border to border. Some gold are stolen. Yes, and some of the gold in Mali coming from Gaddafi. Right. So my seller would not deal with that. My seller has a license to mine. My seller has a license to export. Now, Mr. Buyer, if you're watching me, because I have to rush, the time here is 9:35 in the morning, and I have an appointment. I have to go out. I'm willing to help you. Place your order. Put that on writing, your letter of intent to buy coming from you that you are a buyer. You need to specify the quantity, the carats, and the purity, and the mode of payment is very, very important. This is cash business. This is FOB, not CIF. Now, the meaning of CIF, Mr. Buyer, I think you are really, really going to launder the gold. CIF is cost, insurance, and freight only. How are you able to pay the gold? You know, in Mali, this is cash business. They have the gold, you taste it at DNGM, you're happy, you pay for it. Yeah, you pay for it, then the seller will secure ownership, attestation that the gold free of illegal activities, and invoice custom clearance. Without that, the gold will not leave the country of origin. Now, going back again to Mali, place your order, ask the gold first to DNGM. Then when you look at the assay report, you bring your gold tester at the same time as well. You come to the office, inspect the 1,000 kilos or 50 or whatever you want with your gold tester, double check. When you're happy, then bring it to DNGM as a government refinery. Then when you're happy, then you transfer your payment bank to bank. This is not CIF. This is not. That is the reason why the buyer failed. Why he's failed? He's asking for CIF. And he doesn't have 43 million for 1,000 kilos. Now, Mr. Buyer, I think you made a mistake dealing with so many joker broker. And I'm the only person who put my face. And this joker broker, he told me that, prove it to me. No, I don't need to prove it. You prove to me that you are a buyer. You prove to me that you have a capital to pay. And we can prove it to you that we have the gold. I don't need to convince you guys because I am here to tell the world that we have the supply. Wilhelmina is the seller's mandate. The seller hired Wilhelmina. I handle Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. I just been to Africa. So I don't need to convince you guys. I don't. You convince us that you are able to pay. That is the way you do business. But you don't need to ask me, convince me, Wilhelmina. No, you convince Wilhelmina. Because Wilhelmina will screen you as a buyer. And I have the power to reject you. Why? My seller authorized me. That's the reason why I handle marketing. Do you think I'm going to work for nothing? I don't think so. My seller hired Wilhelmina. I created my virtual store. And you're going to be invited. My virtual store is Gold Worldwide. You are going to be invited to access it. You can select Gold and Diamond, Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. Take time to read. Take time to listen to the video explanation. This is for you, Mr. Buyer. Rather than running around, chasing, thinking you can get CIF, I doubt. So therefore, you are a gold launderer. You are going to launder. You are going to leverage. Then you're going to resell it to your own destination. It wouldn't work at all. You can leverage it. You pay first, then you resell it to your own customer, then I would believe you're a buyer. I would. You cannot trick us, Mr. Buyer. You are tricking 4 brokers. Yeah, 4 brokers. And the broker said, well, Amina, I need urgently, I'm here in Ghana. I said, well, you're in Ghana, why not go to the village and bring cash? And I told this broker, how did you meet this buyer? Oh, the buyer flew to Mali, thinking he can get the gold, stuck. And I told this 4 broker, we don't deal buyers with no invitation. We don't. When we invite you, you are officially a valued customer of my seller. Wilhelmina will be the one to determine whether you are a buyer or not, especially if you don't give me the answer. My question is, when you come to Wilhelmina, how did you meet Wilhelmina? I'm using Bob. Bob is watching me. Okay, Bob, you're looking for gold. How did you find me, Bob? And then Bob is here live watching me. Then Bob said, oh, Wilhelmina, I saw you on Facebook. Okay, Bob, what did you learn? Did you read? And Bob will say, not really, go back and read. Because the full corporate offer is already online for everyone to access it. And then you're going to say, who is the seller? That is a very good question. When you send your letter of intent to purchase, then we will respond to you. Then you will know who is the seller. Because I have to interview you first. Because I have the power to advise my seller to proceed. Then I will send your letter of intent to my head office in Mali, because you are buying gold in Mali. This video is for Mali. So then you're going to be invited. You inspect your order. Make sure you can prove to us that you have available fund in your bank account. Now, Mr. Buyer, after you listen to this video, you click on the link. I would like to invite you to go through my online store called Gold Worldwide. Take time and listen very carefully. This is for your own benefit. You don't need joker broker, really, to be honest with you. You don't. We are here to do business, and Wilhelmina is here to help you. We have tons of gold. Just name it. Conakry, we have tons of gold. Sierra Leone, Mali, but we don't give you 10 tons of gold for nothing. I would like to encourage you to start a trial, because we don't know you and you don't know us. You need to build your trust with us, especially if you're talking to this lady in front of you. This lady is very tough. I know the business. I know the trick. So don't trick this gold business, because if you don't have the money asking for CIF, to me, you're a launderer. Now, I'm going back to the meaning of CIF. You are asking CIF, right? You are going to pay shipping cost and insurance. That is normal. You have to insure, you have to pay the shipping cost. But how about to pay the gold? How? So therefore, you don't have the money. Then you're going to ask my seller, and then you're going to bluff my seller to bring it to Dubai, whoever you are, and then your buyer is the refinery. Or your buyer is the jewelry manufacturer. Because the jewelry manufacturer would not lay out a capital. So you are a trader, you lay out first a capital before you sell it to your end customer. So you can leverage it. My advice to you is start a trial. Don't dream on 1,000 kilo. That is $43 million as to this price. I would like to advise you to start a trial 10 kilos, because you are building the credibility to my head office, and you are building your credibility to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is a very, very strict, very, very tough. Believe me. Just like when you apply for a job, Mr. Buyer, you will be interviewed. What you can offer to the company. I will turn it back. What you can offer to us. Show us. Prove to us that you are a buyer. Now, Mr. Buyer, going back to your letter of intent to purchase. Attention to Wilhelmina, because Wilhelmina will review your letter of intent to purchase. Then we will respond to you. You will see my seller in Mali. This is for Mali video. Then we will say, okay, thank you very much, Mr. Buyer. Thank you that you inquired to our extension office based in Australia. Wilhelmina is our mandate. We have the gold for you for your order. We will reserve your order prior to your arrival. So then we will exchange document. We will send you the contract, and we will require your business license. We will require your importation license, and we will require your proof of fund, bank statement. Remove the account of your bank statement. We don't steal your money. We just want to prove that you have available fund in your bank account. Then Wilhelmina will believe it. Then we will process your paper, we will exchange, you will verify. Then my seller will invite you as a valued customer. Now, I know you're scared. Don't be scared. I am with you. Don't be scared. I just been to Africa. My transaction is successful. Convince Wilhelmina that you are a true buyer. Convince it. And I can guarantee you, you will get the gold. Now, going back to Mali, this buyer stuck in Mali, we don't deal KMR. We don't deal Marena. If you have an account to KMR or Marena, then you're going to be stuck because the local seller would not entertain you. But there is a secret. I would like to help you. I will break the policy of my seller because I just finished talking to my seller. And he's a very tough. And I said to my seller, don't close the door. Open the door. This is business. It doesn't matter if the buyer is going to use KMR or Marena. Let us ask first the gold to DNGM. Then the buyer get the ASE report. You pay, Mr. Buyer. Start a trial. Start. You pay bank to bank because of money laundering. Then the seller will give you all the paperwork. You can bring it to KMR because maybe you are going to resell it. Maybe. Or maybe you are going to ship it to your destination using KMR. Maybe. I know the tricks, but I'm giving you the answer of your tricks. But I'm willing to help you because this is business. So my seller will give you all the paperwork. So then you advise KMR to use their armor car to pick up the gold to the DNGM. But make sure you have the money. Because my seller is very hard to deal with, I'm telling you. Without Wilhelmina on the ground, you will fail. So that is the reason why buyer is stuck in Mali. Mali is the third largest gold producer in West Africa. 2018, 60.8 tons of gold out of Mali exported it. That is why Marena and KMR is there. They are also buyer, and they are also selling 2%. And we give you a very good discount, less 8%. Why 8%? I already put 3% instead of 5%. Why? Because I am going to charge you my extra service to accompany you. Isn't it, Bob? I am charging you to accompany you so that you will not be duped or would not be frustrated. Without Wilhelmina, I can guarantee you, you will fail. That is the reason why this buyer from Italy stuck in Mali. This poor broker begging me, I couldn't. Now I'm going to read what my seller was saying last night. Because I appreciate my seller, just bear with me. My seller says to me, Wilhelmina, Netherlands, we do not sell our gold locally, neither transact with local refinery on the third party apart from DNGM, a government laboratory in Bamako, Mali, because the conditions of our export license with Mali government does not allow us to sell gold locally. We are the seller and exporter. Hence, the correct taxes are paid to government via our export licensee as a registered seller and exporter, while we get the government custom bond on every export end of the year. We cannot do business with any local refinery or local sales. May I elaborate you? Right. May I elaborate what my seller was saying. Meaning to say, my seller has a license to mine and he has a license to export. But because DNGM has been there in Mali for many, many years, Marena and KMR came into Mali 2016. You can search Marena or Mali KMR, their website. They're in Mali 2016. We invested in Mali in order the government give them tax incentive. They are not paying valued added tax because they are creating employment. But you are a small trader, of course, you have to pay the valued added tax. But in our scenario, in our case, I was the one who tell the seller, we will waive the tax. We will waive the value tax. So the tax is already on the price. That is why we give you 8% instead of 5%. The 3%, it covers my expenses to be with you so that I could help you to assess, because my seller in Africa is really very hard. He can say no on the spot. What happens if I am not around? So if I am around with you, I would soften my seller's heart. I can pressure my seller because my seller will listen to me. I'm going to tell my seller, do it. Open the door. That is why we are here. We are here for business. But if I'm not around, believe me, Mr. Buyer, you will fail. This is exactly what this buyer from Italy failed. This is it. So now you're gonna say, oh, why should I pay you extra service? Of course, I am going to charge you my airfare, hotel accommodation and food and expenses to be with you. There is no free in this world, Mr. Buyer. Nah. If you don't want to pay my extra service, I will arrange your landing visa and the contract. You travel. I will monitor your movement, but there is a question mark. If there is an issue, do not come back to Wilhelmina. Oh, Wilhelmina, I'm not happy with your seller. I told you so that. I told you that you need Wilhelmina. Africans are fickle-minded, you must remember. But when I'm in the office, my seller would not say yes, would not say no. My seller would say, yes, Wilhelmina, yes, Wilhelmina. So you need to spend money to make money. Which one you like, Bob? I think, Bob, I already explained it to you. So which one you like? I know you've been searching for gold, Bob. Which one you like? I would like to invite you, Bob, to go through on my Gold Worldwide. Take time to read, take time to listen. Don't rush because you're buying $500,000 here. I am not excited, Bob, if you don't convince Wilhelmina. I'm not. I would be excited if you answer my question when you come on Skype and WhatsApp. My question is, Bob, if you come on WhatsApp, Wilhelmina, I am the buyer. Then I'm going to tell you, how did you find Wilhelmina, Bob? Oh, I watched your video. Okay, okay. Did you fully understood what my video is? And then you're going to say, not really, a little bit. Aha, something wrong with you. If you don't watch my video in front of you and read the full corporate offer, something wrong with you. Because to me, if I am the buyer today, Bob, I'm turning it back to you. You're a seller, I'm the buyer. And I read your policy. And I'm hungry to buy. Bob is with me online. He's watching my live video. I'm going to send a letter of intent to purchase to Bob on my own company letterhead, stating the carats and the purity and destination and the mode of payment. A minute that I'm going to say to Bob, Bob, I'm a buyer. CIF, Bob will reject me. Because gold is not for credit. Gold is money. I will turn it back to my possession. Bob is the buyer, and I am the seller. I'm going to interview Bob on WhatsApp, on Skype. Bob, okay, you read the full corporate already. How are we able to proceed? How? The question is very simple, isn't it? Then Bob will send his business license. Then Bob will send his importation license to prove that he is a buyer. And Bob will send me his banking information, that he has the value of his order, the fund in his bank account, the value of his order. So Bob, don't be scared. Remove the bank account. Your bank statement will not go through any person, into Wilhelmina only, and my seller. So then when Wilhelmina see that you have $500,000, then I'm going to advise my seller in Mali, okay, let us proceed. Then we will send Bob a confirmation of his order. It is very simple if you have the money. It is very difficult if you ask for CIF, because Africa is not CIF business. It's not. Africa is a cash transaction business. It is. Only foreigner using LC CIF because they have a deficiency of cash flow. Gold is solid cash you are buying, you must remember. You are buying money to make money, you must remember that. Gold has many uses, you must remember. And the central bank needs gold. The jewelry manufacturer needs gold, you must remember. $1, $2 coming from gold. And why Australian mining company is in Mali mining and bring gold to Australia? Because the bank is the financing this big company. And you as a small trader, you're running around and bargain asking for credit. I don't think so. Especially if you come to Wilhelmina. You will be rejected 100%. Now I'm going to leave now. I think I already explained it. So if you're a buyer watching me, you are a winner. Do not travel without Wilhelmina. Do not. Do not travel with no invitation. Just look at this Italian buyer. He's dreaming of 1,000 kilos. He doesn't have 43 million. He doesn't have. I can tell you. I can tell you right now, guaranteed, he doesn't have 43 million. He's going to leverage. He's asking for CIF. That is the reason why. I told this poor broker, he is using KMR. Why not buy gold in KMR 2%? Why? KMR has no supply. KMR is buying as well and selling to the bank. They are refining the Doribar into 99.99 and ship it to Italy to the central bank because central bank is financing them. How do I know? I called KMR. We are selling 2% and we give you 8% if Wilhelmina be with you. So you are a winner. You resell it to KMR of 2%, still you have 6%. I know you are going to sell it. I know that. I know you're going to sell it to the refinery. In Dubai, there's shortage of supply. You go to Emirates and you go to Kaloti, they're going to sell you 2%. But we are selling you 8% because of me. If you don't need Wilhelmina to pay extra service, 5%. Which one you like? 5 or 8%? Very simple logic, isn't it? I think I have to leave you because the time is 10 o'clock now, almost 10 o'clock. It is 9:58 in the morning. Today is Saturday. I have an appointment. I'll be back tonight. My office is online, but you can go on Facebook. But when someone asks question, I'm live. So this is for Bamako, Mali. So I hope this buyer who's watching me, do not travel with no invitation. Do not. Plan A and plan B is most important. If you don't plan A and plan B, then you fail. Then you're going to encounter disaster. Believe me, 100% guarantee. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning.